Hello Pisces, welcome in. So I'm going to start today's reading with the Moonology Oracles since we do have a huge lunar event happening tomorrow. It is a blood moon with a lunar eclipse. So that is it's a very powerful energy for like manifesting. So whatever you might be thinking of, if there's something that you've been wanting, get out your manifestation journal because tomorrow is the day to ask for it. Thank you, Spirit. What would you like to share with Pisces? What would you like to share with Pisces that they don't see coming? What would you like to share with Pisces, please? Okay. Okay. All right, maybe one more. What would you like to share with Pisces? Okay, got some good messages here. All right, so we've got full moon in Aries, and that says a fiery climax approaches. Sounds like fun. New moon in Virgo, so time to give rather than take. So if you're thinking dirty thoughts, be a giver, not a taker. Be a generous lover or whatever. I don't fucking know. A personal issue reaches resolution. So that's full moon in Cancer. Awesome. Yeah, you're getting your resolution. You're getting your climax. And then South Node. Don't let the past hold you back. Okay. So whatever happened that you're worried about that could possibly happen again, let it go and focus on right now. That is the key to happiness, is to focus on the present. Don't worry about the regrets that you have. Don't think too much about the future because that can lead to anxiety. So focus on the present. All right, so now let's go ahead and pull some tarot for Pisces. Let's see what comes out. Thank you, Spirit. What would you like to share with Pisces, please? What is your highest advice for Pisces? Okay, we've got the Three of Pentacles. So that is a card of, collaboration, really. Working on something. You may be thinking about a new work venture or thinking about like some kind of creative collaboration with friends or something. Then we've also got the Seven of Wands. So that is a card of basically guarding yourself. We'll see. We'll get some clarification. What else would you like to share with Pisces? Page of Pentacles. So that could be a message coming in for you. It's good news usually in the start of something new beginning. Or you could be learning something. It could be starting school. You could be, going back to school, starting a new job, or just starting to learn something new. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. So that is an ending, but maybe it was something that needed to end. We'll see. Okay. What else would you like to share with Pisces, please? Okay. The second row should help to clarify some things. What would you like to share? Okay. All right. What would you like to share? Interesting. I don't know about that. Okay. So we've got the Three of Pentacles, like I said, collaboration after a time of rest. Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is just you just taking some time to yourself, self-care, maybe taking a break from, romance or work or whatever, and just taking some time to yourself. So maybe after a time of self-reflection, you're going to feel like starting a new project or, like I said, collaborating with somebody. And then we had the Seven of Wands earlier, and it came out with the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, of course, is a new beginning in love, a new relationship. But since you also have the Seven of Wands, that's telling me that, yes, there is a new beginning in love, but just make sure to, just be cautious with it, just go slow and just protect yourself. Not saying close your heart off and not try, but just, I guess, be careful how much you share, like right away. Be careful not to give too much of yourself and not to lose yourself in the other person or in the relationship. That kind of, I feel like maybe that's the message. And then we've got the Page of Pentacles with the Six of Swords. Page of Pentacles. So the Six of Swords is all about like moving on, moving away from, rather, like something that was chaotic and moving on to something that is more stable. So yeah, so like I said, you're moving away from something in your life that was difficult, that was, you know, hard to deal with, maybe a little chaotic. And then here's your new beginning. Here's your stability. Okay, and then we've got the Ten of Swords with the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is telling me that maybe you've got recently, you received some news or you have some kind of clarification on a situation. Whatever it was that you heard or found out or received, whatever it was, that has led to an ending of some kind. So let's just see if we can find out what that ending was. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords here, please? The Devil. So the Devil can talk about, of course, temptation. It could talk about lust. It could also talk about fear. So, like I said, maybe whatever ended needed to end. Because if the Devil's here, it was not something that was for your highest good. So I don't know what it was that ended for you, but the truth being revealed and you receiving the clarity that you needed led to that ending. And that ending probably was a good thing. Or it could also be the opposite, you know, maybe with the Devil, like I said, it could be lust, it could be fear. Maybe you've gained some kind of knowledge, some kind of truth that has led to an end of your own fear. You know, there are a lot of different ways you could interpret that. So it could be, you know, your anxiety, your fear that's coming to an end. And now you've got clarity and now you can move forward. So why is the Queen of Swords here? Let's just ask about the Queen of Swords. Okay. So that's a loss. It could be a financial loss because it's Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. That's feeling of being out in the cold, not having what you need. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Okay. So we've got Nine of Cups. That is a feeling of self-satisfaction. That is a feeling of happiness. I mean, you see this person in this card, like they kind of have like a smug look on their face. So maybe whatever it was that you found out that led to the ending, after feeling the loss of what ended, you're going to end up like this. Self-satisfied with all your cups in a row behind you. So we also have the Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here, please? Why is the Ace of Cups here? Let's see, check on that. Okay. So we've got the Eight of Cups, which is clarifying the Ace of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is basically moving away from, again, it's another card of moving away from something that was not satisfying. Here you're moving away from like chaos. Here you're turning your back on something that you had that wasn't meeting your needs. And then you go from the Eight of Cups to over here, the Nine of Cups, where you are getting your needs met, where you are satisfied and you are happy. All right, so, and since it's cups, it's a relationship, it's love. It doesn't have to necessarily be love. It could be, you know, a partnership. It could be a friendship as well. Okay, why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Ace of Cups here, please? Why is the Ace of Cups here? Okay, so we've got the Emperor. So that tells me that you are taking charge of the situation. You are in that Emperor energy. You are, yeah, ready to make things happen. The Emperor doesn't say no. Okay. All right. Let's do some, why don't we do some love oracles? I haven't done those in a while. Let's check on those. Since we do have some cups here, we do have some endings and some new beginnings. Let's see if we can get some oracles on what might be happening, what might be coming up in your love life. Thank you, Spirit. What would you like to share with Pisces? What's coming up in love for Pisces? Okay, this one flipped over. Talking. So, interested, making plans, awaiting text messages or calls. So that's like a beginning of a relationship, basically, just early on, early stages. Okay, so maybe you are already talking to someone, or you're going to be meeting someone soon that will be interested in you romantically. What else would you like to share? Poker face. Okay, so taking a risk, not showing your hand. That kind of goes with the kind of the pairing of the Ace of Cups, I think, and the Seven of Wands, where I said not to like completely guard your heart, but like, you know, self-preservation sort of thing. You might be in that energy of you want love, but you also don't want to give so much that you lose yourself. Yeah. What else would you like to share? Addiction, codependent, obsession, and restraint. So possession and control. So there might be someone in your life that you feel that way toward, you feel dependent on them. It could also be a substance. It doesn't have to be a person. So either yourself or maybe somebody that you're dealing with has some sort of addiction. So just be careful. What else would you like to share? Not today. Boundaries and hurt. And also says avoiding conversation, not dealing. So some of you may be in a period of no contact with somebody, with your significant other, with your specific person, whoever it is. What else would you like to share? Not enough. That could be your energy or it could be your person's. So lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, and fear, frustrations. So yeah, there's only one of these that's really kind of a good thing. Everything else is just kind of like, I don't know, kind of an unhealthy in romance sort of situation. Yeah. Oh, but down at the bottom of the deck, we do have abundance. So maybe you're not going to be lucky in romance, at least not yet. But you're going to have some money. So there you go. That's your consolation prize. You've got money. Oh, you might be heartbroken. So some of you might be getting over somebody or just, you know, still dealing with the loss of a breakup. But at least you're going to have money. So I hope that helps a little bit. That softens it up a little bit. Okay. Let's try some Forret Oracles, because these are pretty interesting sage advice, I would say. And these aren't really about love or anything else. Just like spirituality, really. Oh, okay, that one fell out. Okay, what would you like to share with Pisces? What would you like to share with Pisces, please? Highest advice. What would you like to share with Pisces? Okay, so we've got Majestic Stag. And that says, express gratitude for the abundance in your life. Okay, we just had a card of abundance. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard of the law of assumption. I'm sure everybody's heard of the law of attraction, manifestation, blah, blah, blah. The law of assumption is where you kind of are thankful for things that haven't happened yet and you just assume they're going to happen. So it could be, you know, a suggestion for you. Speak about things that you want to have happen as if they are already happening, and be grateful for them even though you don't have them yet. Just being in that energy will help you to draw that thing towards you. Okay, What else would you like to share, please? The fox. Fox. Okay. Ooh, he attacked me. Embrace the necessity to adapt and thrive through change. Okay. All right. What else would you like to share? Eternal roots. Go back to your roots to find yourself. Okay. I think we had that message earlier of like protecting yourself. Don't lose yourself, your own personality, like to a relationship or to a person. Don't get so into that person that you lose who you are, basically. So go back to your roots to find yourself. And what else? What else would you like to share? Forest guardian. Trust in the protection of those who watch over you. Okay. So that's probably talking about like guardian angels, ancestors, spirit, the universe, that sort of thing. So trust in the universe. It knows what's best for you. Yes. All right. So that is that. Okay. Maybe just like one from the House of Night. And then I think we will end with that. If I can get these cards out. And they can stop slipping and sliding everywhere. Okay. Thank you, Nyx. What would you like to share with Pisces? What would you like to share with Pisces, please? No, we're not taking a huge stack. What would you like to share with Pisces? Highest advice. Okay, we have the moon. I'll look up all these in a second, as soon as we get a couple. What would you like to share with Pisces, please? Is that, oh, one more? Anything else? Okay. We also have choices. Interesting. Okay, so the moon. This is a sign that you must trust your gut. Your instincts and intuition will lead the way through the darkness. Okay, all right. When you choose the symbol of the moon as your guide, you know that it's necessary to look beyond the obvious to know the truth of things. Sometimes people will say one thing and you have a weird feeling that they mean something else altogether. You have this power. You are being asked to use it now. Choose another card for a deeper look at what's really going on behind the scenes. Okay, well, we did get another card. So what is going on behind the scenes? We have choices. And there's a sexy angel man on here. Every choice you make has a consequence. Even your thoughts are like magnets, drawing experiences to you for the good or for the bad. So you have to be very mindful of your thoughts. Do you know the story of a winged immortal in the House of Night who had to choose between the dark and the light? He's talking about the person in this card. Do you know what he chose? No. Right now you are faced with such a choice. All you need to do is ask, is this for the highest good? The choice you make will be an important step in your life lessons. Remember, even not deciding is a choice. What will it be? Choose another card to show you what your choice will bring you. Okay, fine. We'll choose a third card to see what our trust in our gut to make the right choice. And what will the choice Pisces has to make? What will it bring them? Oh, that is a very definitive answer. Fulfillment. Yeah. Hope you choose correctly so you can get fulfilled. We'll see. I'll just read what it says for fulfillment real quick. This is a sign that all your needs are being met, that you are close to achieving your goal. Awesome. Celebrate your choices at this time, for you have drawn the symbol of fulfillment. Now is the time to integrate and digest what you have learned of late. Savor every moment and know that every encounter is intended to feed your soul. You are meant to have a rich, satisfying life and taste all that experience has to offer. Look around and recognize all of the ways that your life is already full. See, that's what I was saying earlier. You have so many reasons to feel good about yourself. All is well and will be well when you choose fulfillment. All right. So Pisces, you're getting ready to have some good luck, to be fulfilled, to, make the right choices and get what you want, basically manifest what you want. I hope that any of that made sense to you. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe, whatever. You don't have to, but it's cool if you did. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.